So today, as you can see, I have figured out what I wanted to do with those images. And this is the image that I came up with that we will create today. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am just going to add a page, and I am going to start from the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these back in, remove the background and so forth. So I'm going to go over to my uploads. I am going to find the images that we use. This is one of them. This is one of them. And she is one of them. Okay. So these are the images that we used in this design right here that we actually created, or that I created. And we're going to recreate this design. And when we recreate this design, guys, I just want you to know that you can use this design not only for your t-shirt to make a custom t-shirt, but you can sell this particular design. You can sell it on platforms like Etsy. So definitely keep that in mind. Anything you create, you can also sell as a digital file. If you want to get more into digital files, let me know in the comments. So let's go ahead and get started so we won't make this video too long. And from time to time, you may see me reference this image just to make sure I get it as close to this as I possibly can. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is position. We're going to position our items. As I am doing now, I sent her to the back so I can grab my other images. I'm going to go up some so you can see. Let me close that since we're not using it. Send it to the back. And our turkey remains in the front. And I think we flipped the turkey. And we did. So we're going to flip our sassy turkey. I'm sorry. Click on it. Flip horizontal. So the next thing I'm going to do with this particular image is I am going to add an outline around my images. And I'm going to add an outline around each image. Okay, so with that being said, let's do it. So here's my football. I'm going to click on the football. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit. I am going to shadow. I am going to outline. And I want to make it a color that's inside of this turkey. I really like that orange color. So I kind of want to use that color. So we're going to see if we can get as close to it as possible without having that hex code. Okay, so I think that's fine. I think I like it. I think it's fairly close to what we're looking for. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on shadows again. And if you can see, I am clicking right here on the radio buttons and I have my football highlighted. So I am going to scroll down and I'm going to click on color. I'm going to right click and hit copy because I'm going to copy my hex code. Okay. I'm going to click on the girl, outline, color, and paste that hex code. I'm right clicking and I'm pasting. Same for my turkey. I'm going to click on it, outline, color, paste. Now, I don't want my outline to be this thick around my images, so I am going to take them down slightly. I think that looks good on the turkey. Let's see what looks good on her. Around there. And let's see. I like that around the football. So this is what we have so far. Had to get y'all a close-up of her because she is gorgeous. Okay. So we're actually going to play around with the app. So as you can see right up in here, I have this image faded slightly. This is what it will look like on a black shirt. It will look different on a white shirt. So when you're designing, just know what color shirt you're designing for, because it's going to look different on all shades. Okay. So let's go and let's get that effect. So what I did was I highlighted my lady. Okay. She is highlighted. We're going to go over here to the left-hand side, our panel in Canva, and we're going to hit apps. And we're going to type in reflection, easy reflections. We're going to click on easy reflections. We're going to create a reflection. We already have our image highlighted. So if we didn't have our image highlighted, this is what it says. Easy reflections currently doesn't support this element. Okay, that's because we don't have a graphic selected. So once we select it, y'all, I really didn't read that, huh? But once we select it, just hit a creation and choose what you want. So because the way the image is, this is above. This is where we want the reflection to be, or the fade. So we're going to hit above. And as you can see, it fades that out. I'm sorry, it fades it out. Okay. So now we need to play with the offset and the opacity of it. So I want her to show. So I actually bring her up to 100. I don't want this faded as much, so I'm also going to adjust. I'm sorry, I'm going to adjust it to the left, not the right. And as you can see, we're starting to get more of her in this image. I can go all the way back and you're going to see black, which is not what we want. I'm going to say right up in there. Then we're going to add it to the design. Turn it up. We're going to delete this one because we no longer need it, because we're going to use the one we just did the reflection on. I'm going to click off of it so you can see. Right at the bottom, you can see that we do have a reflection. So that's another tool that you can use in Canva. It's one of the apps that's available in Canva. So let's get this position. that back to the front. Okay, so we have our image together. Now we're going to do our wording. So we can actually click off that. We can go to text. We can add a heading. And we have what? Talk turkey. And then we have, let's change this so you can see it. There we go. Okay, so we have talk turkey, and then we're going to put to me in lowercase. Okay, so I'm going to move these down. Do I have two for I'm going to move these out the way because I'm just going to focus on my text right now. Okay, so I am going to change. I already know what font I want this to be, but if you did not know, then you would just play around with whatever font. And the font that I like to use is Anton. It's just a font that's near and dear to me. My heart, for some reason, I just like the way it looks. It makes the design look clean. And so I want to me to be a cursive font. This is telling me here that these are my document fonts. But what I did was I just kind of clicked through to see what font I like better with the design. And that's all you have to do is just see what you like better. So I actually did adore this one a little better to go with the design. And this is a font that I actually uploaded to Canva. And it's called Betterlet, Betterlett. And if I'm not mistaken, I got this font from thefont.com, or if I didn't get it from thefont.com, I got it from Creative Fabric. Okay, so now that we have our words, and this is how I want my words to position, you determine how you want it to look. Do you want it stacked? Do you want it on top? Do you want it on the bottom? Whatever looks good to you is how you're gonna determine. So let me tell you why I determined where I wanted to me to be positioned. Because I had it at the bottom at first. I did not like it at the bottom. I did not like it at the bottom because when I looked at my image, I seen this empty space over here and I didn't like the empty space. So that is why I decided to put to me here in the empty space. Okay, so when it comes to my colors, I decided again to go with the color that is in my document. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And let me look at the image again. Let me close this because I have my words. Okay, so I'm gonna go with, I already have the orange that's my outline, so I'm gonna do orange. And I think I'm gonna do that one, this color. And now I'm gonna go over to effects. I am going to do, I think I have a shadow. Let's do a shadow. I could go back and check, but I want to bring my transparency up because I want to see it. And I kind of want to play with the offset slightly and bring the direction up. Now I can add a blur to it if I want to, but I don't want that blur. I'm going to do the same for To Me. I'm going to click on it, go to Effects. I am going to go to Shadow, and I'm actually going to change it, my shadow, to this color, the color of turkey, talk turkey. Okay. And same thing, I'm going to up my transparency, going to play with the direction, the offset, and the direction. So this is my design. This will be what I consider the base of my design. Everything else is going to be elements that I add to enhance the design. And that is all we're doing here. So I am going to position my photo, my elements, these elements that I have. I want them to be bigger. So I am just adjusting them before I start adding additional elements. Okay. That's what we have, and this is what we have. And here I think we actually have an outline. Let's duplicate. Let's go to effects. Let's go to outline. And we're going to change it. Actually, I don't want to go to outline. I want to go to hollow. And I want to change this to orange. I'm going to go back to effects. I'm going to take down the thickness of it just a little to help it stand out more. Okay. Okay, y'all, it's coming together. It's coming together. I think I need to make my turkey a tad bit smaller. Just a little. Because I don't want it to overpower her face. Okay. Here is our design. So now we're going to go over to the left-hand side in Canva to the panel. I'm going to click on Elements. And here is where it shows me my recent elements that I used. Okay. So we're just going to go to Recent. Here's one of the elements that I use. It is called Gold. Is it Bouquet? Bokeh. Is how you spell it. It is a pro element. So keep that in mind. It is not a free element. It is a pro element. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to make sure I send it to the back. I sent the wrong thing to the back. I want it behind the To Me. I also want it behind her. Okay. So I'm going to click on it again. You can also just duplicate it. You don't have to continue to click on it. And this one is going to be behind top. South Turkey Sydney. Okay, so we're gonna go to layers. We are going to find this one because I want this one to come on down a little bit. And it was kind of hard for me to highlight it. Okay. And I made it a tad bit smaller. Let's go back to layers. We have this one. I do not want it to sit on top of the football, so I am going to bring it under the football. And all I did was I grabbed the 6 dots and I dragged it down. Okay. Okay, this is what we have so far. So another element that I used in this design is this, and it is Lens Flare Star Gold Light Special Effect Black Background. So basically it's a gold star, it's a flare. I typed in, what did I type in? I think I just typed in gold sparkle or something along those lines. So I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna just grab it again since it's right there and put one here and possibly one here and here. Okay, and the other element that I used in this design, it has a really simple name. It is Golden Lens Flare. Okay, so we're going to click on that, add it to our design, and I just tucked it right under turkey. Okay. So this is what we are looking like so far. I'm going to take that element that I have down there. I'm going to send it to the back. I'm going to go to layers because I want to find it again. Because I want it to show just a little bit. Take that up just a little bit. And I actually have this flare under to me to make it stand out. So we're going to adjust it just a little bit. Make it smaller. All right, so this is it, you guys. My crafting family, we have created this t-shirt. It is slightly different from what I did up here, but not a lot. It's slightly different. But it's pretty much the same. I like it. I love it. I hope you do too. And if you went along with me, or if you come back and you watch this video and you create a t-shirt, definitely tag me below. Let me see it. I want to bring that in some. One thing I will say, let me bring it back out. Because we did erase this on the football. And you can tell the difference. You can put a glow there as well, just to kind of make it stand out. That glow works here. And bring it in a little because we don't want it to overpower her face, but we do want it to work with the football. And you can kind of put them all over. It doesn't have to be gold. It can be a white glow. It can be any glow. Any color that you are designing your image to be. If use a star. I think that's the same thing, huh? It looks the same. I actually like the star better. And I'll probably kind of play around with it. Just put it in different spots on the football to enhance the look of the football. And we know we started just by trying to cover this up, right? So what I would do next, if I was getting this ready to sell, I would just go to share, hit download. As long as you have a pro feature, transparent, and PNG. This is not anything that someone will edit. They will just simply buy the PNG, print it with their preference of choice, and go from there. All right, so that is it. Well, I said that is it, but let me show you one more thing of how I actually just mock this up. Let's click off this because I'm going to use the one I've used already. I don't remember which one it was. Let's say it was this one. Okay, so I don't want to use this background, which the background would be fine with this image, honestly. But let's just say you wanted the t-shirt because you like the way the t-shirt lays. Again, we're going to go to our favorite tool. We're going to click edit, go to Magic Grab, and we're going to take that shirt. And we're going to let Magic Grab do its thing. We're going to remove it. Let's change this background to white so you can see it. Here's the t-shirt. We're going to send the t-shirt to the back. And we're just going to put our image on the t-shirt. And you just created a t-shirt markup for your image you created. I would probably kind of slant it because the t-shirt is slightly slanted. All right, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video.